Hello and welcome back to Detective Grimoire on Indie Summer. We were questioning this cameraman and this director. And challenge unlocked. We just unlocked a challenge topic, which I guess clicking here, but let's find out a little bit more about these two things, which we could already know before unlocking the challenge that we unlocked, which was by formulating a conclusion with the clues that we had.
What's a famous guy like you doing in a place like this?
Quite. I'm sure you're thinking, why doesn't he send an assistant? But that's not the way this director works.
But what are you doing?
I'm feeling, I'm experiencing, I'm discovering. This area, the history, the atmosphere, it's the perfect setting for my next film. I'm on a scouting mission to get to know this swamp before I begin work on the latest masterpiece in a string of masterpieces.
You're making a movie about Boggy? About the swamp creature?
Of course. He's a fascinating individual, isn't he? So mysterious.
No idea, I haven't met him yet. Is that your cameraman over there?
Yes, that's right. Bobby Burl, my faithful right-hand man. Well, faithful enough, you know.
No, I don't know.
He's an expert cameraman. Really knows his trade, of course. But he gets a bit muddled when it comes to priorities.
Like how? You mean he's lazy? He doesn't look lazy. He looks a bit scary.
Oh no, nothing of the sort. He just has a little hobby that sometimes distracts him from his work. But I wouldn't want anyone else shooting for me.
Oh, that's very suspicious.
Were you working yesterday? Here in the swamp, I mean?
Indeed I was working, very hard indeed, well into the night.
Hard work, is it? Getting to know the swamp?
You jest, but yesterday I was getting even more involved than usual, yes. Difficult to comprehend, I know.
So what kind of work were you doing?
Well, I was, unable to find my faithful cameraman last night. He had hidden himself quite completely from view.
Bobby Burl, right? Did you need him to film for you?
Always, but being a resourceful type of man, I stepped up and took on the responsibility myself. I was filming in this exact area, in fact.
You were filming? Last night? Here?
Yes, at the time of the murder, I believe. But wait, I know what you're thinking. Now, don't forget, I'm not here to shoot some experimental documentary. I have no interest in late-night surveillance footage.
Did you see anything at all? What is it you were filming?
The water. I was filming the water. It's a fascinating subject, one that has me captivated to the point where
So, you didn't see anything useful? Got excited there for a minute.
Nothing useful to you, my good detective, but there are some odd sounds on the audio track. Nothing but wild animals going about their nighttime rituals, I'm sure.
Is there something I should ask the cameraman?
Lied to me because, told me that. Okay. Doesn't explain why. Okay, is there something I should ask the cameraman? Lied to me because... Because came to the swamp in the first place. Okay. This one's a little bit harder. I don't know what. Okay, something I should ask the cameraman. Okay, so I'm not gonna ask the cameraman about the cameraman. Lied to me because told me that was nowhere to be found last night. Okay. Told me that Bobby Burl was nowhere. Okay, this makes sense.
Vincent Van de Peer told me that Bobby Burl was nowhere to be found last night. Simple enough. What was Mr. Burl doing last night that meant he couldn't help out his boss?
Burl was not able to have a filming lesson. Challenge topic will now be available when talking to Burl. Find the truth. But I talked to him and he wasn't at the cafe. Challenge start.
I heard this isn't the first time you've tried to film here.
Where? In the swamp? What are you talking about?
You've tried to film here before, but the camera broke. Remington never found out about your previous attempts. Remington has denied you the filming permission in the
Remington has
past.
denied you the filming permission in the past.
Oh, that. Nothing but the natural process of being in a profession like mine. Every situation simply requires the right approach before the gears start turning smoothly. You understand, I'm sure.
Why did Remington not want you filming here? And why did he change his mind?
It wasn't even up to him. This area is protected, you know. There are certain rules, certain regulations. I encounter this kind of thing all the time, really.
That doesn't explain why he changed his tune. It's a little suspicious.
Why would you say that?
A famous movie director suddenly gets his way. I wonder how that happened. Time to use my notebook. Just drag an item onto the paper to draw the idea.
Oh wow, this game has a lot in it. It has a lot.
Right. That's the one. I think you bribed Remington to get the filming rights.
Well, bribe is a strong word. It was just a little arrangement between friends. Nothing worth getting upset about. I simply promised him a cut of my next movie's profits. It made sense, since he owned the area anyway. Just a favor for a favor.
So you would have owed him money.
Only a small percentage, simply out of courtesy. And not for a long time, either.
Ooh. Oh yeah. Alright. Oh? Film footage. Footage recorded last night at the exact time of the murder. Filmed by Vincent Van de Peer in the clearing on the west side of the swamp near the crime scene. There is nothing to see, but various clues can be heard on the audio track. Listen to them in order. Okay, creaking. Probably. Wait a minute. The office has wood flooring, but also the dock. Outcry. After the creaking. Probably surprised that the monster was there. Blast. Blast. Windows blasting open. Clang. Ugh. Sounds like someone falling. Okay. Now that sounds like someone falling. Ripping. Okay, cry. Rip. Thud. Okay. So. Whoa, I'm falling. Rip the window. Fall to the ground. What? Okay. Door blasts open. Wait. Creaking. Surprise, meaning he has to see something at this point. Blast. What type of blast is this? So at this point, the window's already open. So I'm not very sure what happens here. So creaking, probably getting close. Outcry, he's surprised. Blast, he... I don't know. Then the rest is pretty obvious. He's falling, he tries to catch on to the... I can't even think of the words. You know what I'm talking about. Thud, him falling on the dock. Clang. Then the clang. So thud, he falls. Clang, I'm thinking the monster closes the door behind him, meaning this clang is also... Okay, what's the time difference? Are they all spread out equally? Yeah, they are. So I'm thinking door blasts open, creaking, He's surprised. Why is he surprised here if the door's not even open yet? Door blasts open. Or window blasts open. So, creaking, monster gets into the room. He's surprised. Monster blasts window open. Whacks him on the head, maybe? No, because he's still... Unless these are very close together, that's the thing. Since they're all equally spread apart, it's kind of hard to know. Well, these two, might find out more about them later. Okay, let's look at our clues. We seem to have a lot of clues. Okay, challenge solved. Cool beans. Suspicious. Researching location for a movie about Boggy. Suspicious. Works with Bobby Burl. Why is that suspicious? Was unable to find Burl to work last night. Okay, this makes him suspicious. Why is this suspicious?
Not suspicious.
That's not suspicious. Vanderpeer filmed by himself last night. This is very suspicious. Exact time of it. Very suspicious. Well, that doesn't make him suspicious. That makes him not suspicious, really, of being the murderer. Tried to film before, but wasn't given permission. This is suspicious. Has made a string of popular fantasy.
Not suspicious.
Not suspicious. I think he has nothing to do with the murder, for the fact that he got what he wanted. So he had no reason to kill, Remington. Other than maybe he didn't want to give the percentage he promised Remington to Remington. And Mr. Bobby Burl has worked with Vanderpeer for years. Burl carries his camera around most of the time, not when this sir was filming. Remington saw Remington leave the cafe looking sick last night. This is very suspicious. Now, so he can't be the murderer if he's telling the truth. But who would tell the truth if they were the murderer? Burl was not able to help his filming last night. And we will find out why next time, so stay tuned to find out what happened with Bobby Burl.